I think I'll boil myself an egg.
You want one?
Yeah, as soon as I finish shaving.
How did you say you're fixing those eggs?
Boil! You may not have noticed yet, but today I'm inventing a new way of doing things.
Things?
Like what?
Not what?
How?
Turn the radio on, would you?
Sure. Up a little.
Those eggs are all done?
Almost, but you don't have to shout.
Thanks. That looks great.
Would you mind turning that off while we're eating breakfast?
I'm listening to it.
I just want to finish listening to this one song.
How much longer is this gonna take?
A few minutes.
Please turn it off now.
All right.
Thanks. That's much better.
Anything for you.
I'd just like to be able to talk with you while we're eating breakfast.
Like I said before, anything for you.
Pass the salt and pepper, please.
Would you mind getting the butter while you're up?
Sure.
What are you going to do today?
I think I'll quote you.
That doesn't make sense.
Who are you quoting?
I'm not.
You just quoted someone well known. Can't remember who though.
What did I say?
That doesn't make sense.
What doesn't make sense?
I wasn't saying that really. I was quoting someone else.
You can't quote common sense.
Why not?
It's already there without you. No one has to make it up.
Someone must have made it up.
Don't look at me.
Didn't you get enough sleep last night?
No.
Why not?
I was too busy worrying about all your problems.
My problems?
You're welcome to them.
What about ours?
Them too.
But we've worked for so many years to invent our problems. You mean we're just gonna toss them down the tube?
Hold on to it.
They're hers if she wants them.
What are they doing worrying about all my problems?
Trying to redistribute the pronouns.
What?
What?
How?
Oh, shit.
I'll clean it up.
I don't know why I'm so clumsy today.
Don't worry about it. Things like that happen to the best of us.
Bless you.
Know what I heard on TV this morning?
Don't tell me. I don't want to be influenced by what you hear on TV.
Just because I'm eating meals with you is no reason to think you can stop treating me
It's not something
objectively.
I can just switch on and off. I've got to be in the right frame of mind first.
That sounds like a biased opinion if I've ever heard one.
I choose my biases carefully.
What's wrong with being wrong for a change?
You can take my plate now.
Are you talking to me?
Who else would I be talking to?
Sometimes it's hard for me to tell.
Tell me something.
Do you choose how you're going to say what you're going to say, especially for me?
Especially for you.
Why do you ask?
Sometimes I get the feeling that when you're talking to me, you might as well be talking to the wall.
You took those words right out of my mouth. My mouth? What about mine? So, how are the kids?
Oh, amazing, really amazing. Jason's 11 months old now. The other two are 3 and 4 already.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I have some pictures. You want to see them?
Yeah.
This is Jason with the paintbrush. And that's Jennifer.
God, time moves fast. They've really grown.
Yeah, grown right out of their clothes. Barbara's got a second job now just so we can buy them winter coats.
You know, people just don't know the meaning of work anymore. My dad worked hard to start our clothing business, and I'm working hard just to keep it going.
Well, it's a lot of hard work around here just keeping the household together. Sometimes I think I should get a job. Then I'd have to put the kids in a daycare center. And I don't want that for them. Good parent stays home and takes care of his kids, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, you want a beer or something?
Yeah.
Well, even if I got a part-time job, I'd go crazy, isn't it? We have the 9-to-5 job. So I enrolled the kids in a daycare center. That's the trend, you know, put them in a good environment. At least you're in good shape with your job. Well, people always need clothes
Folded. Because we were too deeply in debt. There was no way out. Banks wouldn't give us a loan.
Unbelievable.
So now I'm out looking for a job. I never thought that would happen to me.
We should get today's paper and look in the want ads. Do that? You shouldn't have any problem finding something. I wouldn't be surprised even if tomorrow or the day.
After 6 months, finally. The only job I could find was a job finding jobs for other people. And since that's what I've been doing anyway all this time, I'm well qualified.
Well, how much would you be making?
Good money. I'd be getting fired after 5 weeks on the job. I couldn't find anyone a job. No one's hiring. I'd never take any welfare. Those people just want things handed me a check at the unemployment office, and I know, way can I afford to live on these benefits. just aren't any jobs anywhere. You look, you see the posters. Good benefits plus you learn a skill. I'd be traveling, all expenses paid, part of some kind of a rapid deployment force.
Where'd you be going?
I don't know, where do they usually send them? Germany, Puerto Rico, Georgia?
Are you sure you want that?
What I want is a job where I can use my brain, where I can have a say, where I can criticize all you want, but there's
One thing you got.
To say, and that is, you can say what?
you want to have happen, and nothing you say makes any difference. Why? In a free world, it doesn't matter who you are. There's nothing but chaos.
That's terrible. Can you leave?
I can go anywhere I like, as long as I have the money. That's
Horrible. You have to pay to do anything.
If I want another job, I have to move to another city, sure. I'm welcome to stay here, but I can't get work. And what do you call that?
That's funny in my country. I can live anywhere as long as I want. I get to work easily.
That's enough of that. Honey, there's something I've been wanting to tell you.
What is it, dear?
Maybe you better sit down and have a drink first.
Sure. What's on your mind?
I want out.
Out? After all these years?
You know, dear, we were much safer without an evacuation plan. I think if we die of anything, we'll die of national security.
Then cancer, then heart failure.
If anyone out there really wants to buy weapons, let them use their own money.
Yeah.
Make the Army a non-profit organization.
I need you.
I love you too, but you're killing me. We've got to stop it all right now.
We can't afford to change. Our future is at stake.
But I can't stand it.
Hey, did you hear my mother call?
Any idea what the band said this month?
We've already cut out as much as we can without destroying our security.
We're still on that.
Be realistic.
All right, what do you want next?
Something different.
You know, everyone's forced to buy those weapons. Because if one does, they all have to.
Write a letter to the editor. Make use of your freedom instead of complaining all the time. Stop worrying about what you can't do anyway. Wow, hey, turn that down, would ya? Up a little. Good.
Do you think you can just leave me in peace?
What do you want us to do? Sell the TV?
Are you all right? It's not the end of the world.
I'm simply looking at the facts.
We can reduce things slowly.
Be realistic.
Do we have a choice?
Things are the way they are. There's nothing we can do to change it.
You've got to stop pretending everything's all right.
Why not settle for what we've got?
It's a no-win situation. If we keep things up, neither one of us will survive.
That's a scare tactic.
I can't believe it.
Do you think we could end it mutually and pursue the path of peace together?
But think of how much we've invested in one another.
I think if we end it right now, it'll be easier on both our systems.
You wouldn't dare.
Dare me.
You dare me first.
They sell the weapons by loaning out money, and then they force everybody to buy them by threatening to use them.
Try saying that in some other country and see how far you get.
Look, I'm tired of being the asshole of humanity all over the world. Nobody comes to this country anymore except people escaping from the bad times we made for them. Turn that off. It's starting to bother me.
It's about time. Come on.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, no.
There you go, dropping things again.
With good reason.
I'm tired of hearing that. I'm sorry I yelled at you. Give me a hug.
All right.
Well, I better get going.
You're all turned around.
Why is it you always find what you're not looking for?
Let me put it on the chair so I can see better.
Maybe.
Could it be in there?
Nope.
On the TV?
Now where was I?
Pack of cigarettes. Here's the insurance.
Check under the couch. That's a good idea.
Let's look around.
And the change? Here's today's paper.
No.
Have you seen it? No, I can't find my wallet. Have you seen it?
No.
Here's today's paper. And the change.
Let's look around.
That's a good idea. Check under the couch.
Here's the insurance. Pack of cigarettes.
Now where was I?
On the TV?
Nope.
Could it be in there?
Maybe.
Let me put it on the chair so I can see better.
Why is it you always find what you're not looking for?
You're all turned around.
I better get going.
All right.
Give me a hug. I don't know if I'm coming or going here. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I'm tired of hearing that.
With good reason.
There you go, dropping things again.
Oh, no.
I'm not ready yet.
Come on. It's about time.
He sat down to write a letter. He was drawn now to his desk for many reasons. The constant barrage of daily information had driven him to numbness. He didn't know what to say anymore. Here was today's personal mail. Dear friend, a new nationwide effort is now underway to counter Dear Fellow Friend. This is a message of life and death. The time is now to Dear Fellow Human Friend. If you are as concerned about this issue as I am, you must act immediately, my dear, beloved, wonderful fellow citizen taxpayer friend. We ask you, we urge you to join us now in... Who to write to? The President? No. A senator would be better. Foreign Relations Committee pulls some weight. A letter to the editor? To a friend? He picked up his pen and started to write. We're all united in hands off, stop the murder of, no intervention in. He needed a cigarette to think. Just then, the telephone rang. He hung up and walked back to the desk to finish her poem. Her pen runs out of ink. She gets up and leaves the room for some fresh air. And when he walks back in, he feels refreshed. He will either lie on the couch or get a snack. They sit down at the table or come back in the room. You will either continue writing or they will stop talking. Stop writing poetry or start working for a living. You've got your whole life ahead of you.
Well, I was thinking, if we buy 20,000 tons of July '83 soybean futures and sell them before the embargo next month, we could earn $35,000 and buy that
Coal mine. Every day.
the red and white one for your nephew when he graduates.
In a chemical plant. Before he had to go to the hospital last...
But do you think that's too risky? The reason I ask is because...
Eeks.
Is he out now?
Out? He's not only out, he's back on the job. He can't afford a vacation in the hospital. If he...
Suppose if you don't want to play the futures market, we could just...
Oh, the doctor's orders. Seriously.
Ease the money in the bank, draw off the interest, and buy another bill.
Ask to quit. And go on unemployment. He'll probably try and get Social Security.
Or we could live irresponsibly. Take that money and go on a Caribbean cruise. Yes. It could be our second honeymoon.
Till it runs out. I can't see him not working. What could he do, pray? He'd die of guilt. He'd eat himself up.
Ooh.
Oh, what a silly cat.
I think we deserve it. Don't you?
Anybody want that snack? I don't know if you're gonna like these cookies. I got the wrong kind by accident. My son. Is he all right?
He's going to be all right. But he'll have to stay in the hospital for several weeks. The doctor should be calling any time now. That must be the doctor now.
I'll get it. Hello? Just a minute, I'll call him. Yoo-hoo! Telephone!
I'll be right there.
He'll be right there.
May I ask who's calling, please?
Mr. Feldman, this is Mr. Warner. I was wondering if you decided anything about that insurance policy yet?
Could you get the insurance forms out?
I've got him right here.
Could you get on the other line then?
I'm on.
Well, let me level with you, Mr. Warner. We're thinking of buying a foreign policy.
Foreign policy? What's wrong with the domestic?
They fall apart.
You fix it. Foreign policy's better? Well, what do you got now?
Social Security.
And what do you want?
Social Security.
I'm sorry. We don't sell foreign policies to individuals. They're covered under group plans. Got it?
Hold it right there, Al. Go get the broom. Could you hold the dustpan a little closer to the floor, please?
Anything else?
We'd also like this policy to cover our son in case of all things. I can't believe it's happened.
Our young people today are threatened by many dangers. A poor grade point average would ruin your son's chances.
Is he going to be all right?
I'm sure you'll feel much safer once you've accepted the policy.
Do you think we need to vacuum too?
No, we don't. Tell me more specifically what the doctor said.
You can rest in peace. Still knowing your future is secure.
Good.
It looks like the election was bought with foreign money.
Shut up!
They want the whole world under one system. Theirs. They send in tanks and maneuver while they negotiate.
Well, they certainly don't encourage creativity, do they? Well, what would be the motivation?
That's That's an old line. There's no competition for a good idea.
They throw parties over everything.
They don't allow parties. They'd rather live through depressions.
Have there been more than 2?
More than 3.
Can I get anybody caught?
Not for me, thanks.
I don't love it, and I can't leave it alone.
Are you a chicken?
Are you an embarrassment?
You know, I sat next to this soldier today on the bus while they were trying to get the air conditioner to work. And I said, "Do you have a job?" He said, "No, I'm going to the movies." I said, "No, exactly what is the work that you do?" He said, "I'm defending my freedom." I said, "Me too." He said, "Yeah, yours too. I'm fighting for your rights." I smacked him. I was like a wounded pacifist on the scent of blood. My rights? What happened to his, for Christ's sake?
How can you lay off a Marine during a depression?
I didn't, but that's what I'd like to do. I can't stand government intervention.
You wouldn't be half bad if you started trusting people all of a sudden.
Well, how can you trust a regime that acts like
John Wayne,
the world over?
you're both right.
What keeps families together?
One country can't subvert another without calling itself, whatever. They infiltrate from within.
You open your mouth and you disappear in the middle of the night.
I'm sick of your bullshit.
Do you know what freedom means?
No.
Do you know what it's like to sit in the home of a friend who's worried about sounding radical?
Aren't I your friend? You're going off the deep end. You're an overt paranoid. You act like someone's watching every little move you make.
I suppose I do. Why, thank you.
Well, there's 2 sides to every story.
Well, if it's not one thing, it's many.
Suppose something's going on behind our backs. Don't you think we'd know about it?
You have every right to express your opposition, but don't go trying to tell anyone else what you think.
That's your opinion.
That's what I said.
You're entitled to my opinion.
Do I know what you mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Hates, elections, they're all the same. It's for our own good. We may not understand it now, but later on in life, we'll depreciate what we've done for them and deduct it from their taxes.
Is that a fact?
That's a threat. Editor said, "How can you run the media of another country and still call yourself democratic?" So the CIA director stood up and said, "Just leave it to me." And the senator said, Please, let me say exactly what I
recently wrote on the history of art up to 1993. My next book will be based on a saying from that period.
What saying?
That's a good idea, but it'll never set.
8. Themes disseminated to the citizens will vary, but the psychological objectives will be the same as for the military. Programs designed to instill doubt and fear must be made to appear as though initiated and effected by the citizens themselves. And it was all rigged to look as normal as possible. In the U.S. Army Field Manual for Psychological
U.S. Army Field Manual for Psychological
Finish what she's trying to say.
Don't tell me when to talk and when
Don't
not
get
to
into it
talk.
so quickly. You just noticed?
Well, no, only since it disappeared.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you.
Oh, don't mention it.
Yeah, something was,
I didn't see that.
That's heavy. Don't put it down
Oh,
yet.
where do you, there.
Well,
now.
Thank you very much. It's a great way to end a run in New York with a good rousing applause at the end. Like I mentioned at the beginning, for those of you who can stay, please stay where you are. We'd like to have a short discussion. For those of you who have to leave, please feel free to do that at any point.